adhesives. What would you prefer? Yellow spandex?
Gesundheit.
Did you see anything? No, sir. I didn't see you playing with your dolls again. Good!
Well, I'll tell you, nobody handles garbage better than we do.
You don't remember?
For you, the day bison graced your village was the most important day of your life. But for me, it was Tuesday. What are you smiling about?
Dude, I almost had you.
Welcome to my next review. This is the Magic Square MS-06 Tornado, their version of a masterpiece Vortex. So this is their fourth member of the Combaticons to come out. The last one remaining is a Blastoff. No new news have showed up of him yet, but so first off, let's take a picture. Let's take a look at the box. So here's some of that artwork on the front, and at the bottom, MS-06 Tornado for Magic Square. Here's the side, same verbiage. Opposite side, same. Here's the bottom, warning, not for anybody over 6 or under 16. Here's another top of the box with another image, and then here's the back. They're flying in the sunset. Barcode and tech specs. So let's get in position and let's cut the tape and get to unboxing this. Now for a Limb bot, this is a pretty decent sized box. And part of that reason is because he comes with the torso bit. So let's get that out of the clamshell. Let's kind of angle the camera down a little bit so we can get a better look at it. Get the turntable out of the way. There we go. So here's the head and part of the torso. We'll take a better look at that later. And here's his weapon. And let's get Vortex out of the bag and set him up. All right, so here he is out of the box. Now, he isn't his arms were kind of pushed back, and his wrists were turned. So yeah, here he is in his robot form. One thing I did notice, this spins. There's nothing really you can do to stop it. But let's take a close-up look. Here's his head. Get a look at his body. Here's the side. And then the rear. Let's see, let's go over articulation. So the head can go all the way back. You can rotate 360. You can tilt down a little bit. Shoulders can go up to here. 360 rotation. Biceps swivel. Double jointed elbows. The wrist can tilt back, but this gun kind of gets in the way. But you can, I think, tilt the gun maybe? No, they're tabbed in. The wrist rotates, and then each finger is individual. Thumb is on a base ball joint with one knuckle. Each finger can kind of sprawl out like that, and then it has a base knuckle and a second knuckle. He has a waist rotation with a ratchet. He does have a deep ab crunch. Like, good lord. Let's see, is there any skirts, side skirts? No, he doesn't have any side skirts. His leg can go all the way up to here on a ratchet and go up. You can kick up that high. I mean, this is how Magic Square's been doing their legs. There's that like a two joint kind of system thing where the flap kind of moves up. Thigh rotation. He has a double jointed knee. Is there not really any ankle tilt? It's mainly just a toe tilt. I'm assuming because of all the stuff that's hidden inside that, there's really no ankle tilt. But like I was going over, so let's see, let's go over some of the accessories. He does have his instructions along with a trading card. Should be that same like plastic stock card. Yeah. And then here's kind of a preview of the instructions. Really not much to them. I'll probably just find the video online showing how to transform. Also in the box, he comes with his blaster, and the handle comes out like this. Here's a close-up look of it. And then he has blasters on his arms too that they can untab and come off. And this is how they look. All right, so we went over the figure and articulation. Let's transform him into alt mode. All right, so I kind of moved my camera around a little bit, see if I can do a better job at recording the transformation. But to start off, we want to take his other gun off, his other hand, and set this aside. Also, we want to take his main blaster. The barrel comes off. And then, let's see, next we will bend at the lower elbow and the hand will rotate around. You need to get the hand clean so it can fit in there. you getting hung up on? There. And then rotate this. And then the arm, the lower part of the arm should tab into the upper part of the arm. And then rotate that out of the way. Same thing on the other side. Make sure your fist, your thumb's down like that. It should look like that. And then you can bring this down. Oh, before you do that, bend at the lower part of the elbow. Then bring this down. Collapse that in. And then you want to tab that, and rotate this thruster. Tab that like so. Get that up like that. The next thing we're going to do is the torso. All right, so next we're going to work on the upper torso, and you want to unpeg his back. And that will allow you to lift this up and get that out of the way. You want to rotate his head around, get these panels up and around like this. Same thing with this side. Get those up. To get that all out of the way like that. And then now you kind of want to pull the chest out a little bit, and is what you need to do, or chest, the back. You want to get this out. And it kind of accordions out. So I mean, that's like the main fuselage of the helicopter. You want to do the same thing on the other side. Have that out. Move on to the next part. All right, so we'll clean this up a little bit, kind of get that out of the way. And is what happens is, so your side panels will tab in like that. It's not going to be clean. This is, the bottom of the helicopter. But as long as they tab in like that, then you can kind of get this out of the way too. So the next thing we'll do is the legs. All right, so first thing we want to start off with is let's tilt that foot out and then rotate the foot around. We want to untab this panel, rotate it. Pretty much everything here is just going to come apart. Pull that panel out. Pull that panel. Kind of get the toe down a little bit. And now that panel can go up. This little panel just folds right in. That panel pulls out, folds like that, and then that panel, as it folds, you want it to tab it into the thigh. Maybe. Trying to get it. Try not to force it. It's right there lined up. I don't know why it doesn't want to go in. Do I have everything lined up? that panel, I forgot, that panel needs to come around. It's on a slider. Gonna pull it back, and then you can collapse that like that. Oh, and then I forgot, on this side panel there is this panel that has to come up around, that flips out, and then that kind of cleans that up a little bit. So I'm still trying to tab this in to the thigh. Let's see. Maybe it's not bent enough. I think that the knee had a bend in it. That does not want to cooperate. What am I doing wrong? We have that, we have that. There. Tabbed it in. Now you want to, let's see, that panel go like so, and then the toe kind of goes into the cockpit. Rotate the toe where it goes like that, and then it tabs in. Like there's a tab right there, and then the toe tabs in like that. Now this, let's see, we want, how did we, need to slide that back up forward. It kind of accordions in on the leg. And then you want to tab everything back together. And then this tabs in on the side. Tab down here at the bottom as well. And that's one leg. Now the other leg should be exactly the same. What is, so you got a little blemish right there. So second leg, same. We want to bring the toe down, rotate the toe. Untab the outside of the leg. Rotate around. Get this piece out. And then unfold that. Kind of rotate that down and tab it in. Like that. Next, let's undo this tab right here. Tab that so you can lower that, and then you can raise that up a little bit. Untab that piece, untab that, flip this tab up, and then it should plug into the thigh. Hopefully easier than the last one. No. it's not going to cooperate like the last time. Oh, make sure you fold this panel. Oh, put a little stress mark. Don't like that. There we go. That one tabbed in a lot easier than the other side. Let's see. Where are we at? Let's rotate the cockpit down. Rotate that away, and then now let's get the foot in. Rotate like so. Come on. Work with me here. Rotate that so it should tab in like that. Now this is that one piece that's on the slider. Make sure to slide it back. Rotate like that. And then it should all accordion inside again. Push that back in. And then start tabbing all these panels back on. Did I not fold a panel in? Is that what that is? There we go. Did I do? My one must have already been folded in on that side. So now let's see. There's one more tab. I did it. Tab on this side. There. And then all this should collapse together. Tab into each other. Oh wait, there's one other thing. You gotta put this in the front. I don't know if there's a certain way it goes in. Let me check the instructions. 1 second. All right, for the blaster piece. So you want to make sure that the tab goes in on this side. Squeeze it together. Can't get a good grip on it. But that's close enough. So next we want to get the top of this rotor blade. So it'll tab right here onto this, and then there's 2 tabs in the back. Slide it down on there, and then tab here. All right, so now we want to do the tail section. So just kind of pull that out the rest of the way, pull that wing up, pull this out. There's a panel right here. There's one on each side. And then lower that panel down, leave this one up. There's a landing gear. And then on this side, you want to separate the rotor blade like that, and then we want to get this part up. So is what you want to do is, so these are going to rotate around. Let's see, they're going to tab. You're gonna rotate like so, and they tab together, but you don't want to like tab them all the way, because what's going to happen is there's 2 slots right here, and they're going to go on this tab right here. And that's what's going to secure it. One side slid on there. So we're going to tab like that, and then bring these back and tab them together. Make sure that those last bit of the tail is slid in. Tab all this together, and then there's kind of like a puzzle piece on this last bit. That's why you don't want to push this one down yet. It should line up and secure it. But for some reason it is not cooperating. There we go. And one of the last things you do on this bit, you fold these turbines down. It should look like that. And then there's his head peeking out. Now, last bit, we want to do the rotor. So just kind of make to where that pops. The rotor pulls out a little bit from the base. And then each rotor blade unfolds under itself. Rotor blade should look like that. And then one last thing is these arm cannons peg into the side. Well, they're supposed to. It's a tight fit. I don't want to break it. I don't want to force it. There we go. I just think it's the a little bit of the paint makes it a tough first time tabbing into it. And the other one tabs like so. They don't look right. Are they backwards? I think they're backwards. No? There we go. So yeah, here's Vortex in his alt mode. He does have wheels. He can roll. The propeller rotates. It rotates kind of okay. It's off balance. And then the rear one, you know, if I didn't bump it. Did I forget something? Oh yeah, there's a wing right here. There we go. Oh, and I forgot to put this wing down. So there, and then that rotates. So yeah, very, very tune accurate. That is what I am liking about this Magic Square set. So size comparison, here he is next to the Masterpiece Blue Streak. And yeah, I don't think there's any other features. Not too bad of a transformation. This is probably one of the easier of the Magic Square. So next, let's get him into limb mode. Okay, so let's start off. Gonna get in the arm mode. First thing is get these rotors folded back up, tab back in. And then you want to push that down. Then the next thing you need to do is, so it's it's a little bit annoying. I mean, it's not that much of a transformation, but you kind of want to, you're going to have to untab all this stuff that you just tabbed in to spin these panels around. Oh, you need to take these off as well. You want to untab those and bring these back. That way you can lift this up. Up, and then now you can untab. You have to take the nose gun out as well. And now you can untab these panels. Oh, you gotta untap. There we go. Do the other side next. This is what we're going to be doing, is rotating them. This one around. Everything's untabbed. And then we are these slider panels. Those need to come up and back. You should be able to do them while they're tapped together. There we go. And then pull this panel up. That's back all the way. And then this panel tabs into here. Same thing with the other side. We need to clean this back up. Actually, did I miss a step? 1 second. All right, so yeah, that goes like that, and then what looks to be these panels go down, and then this tabs back like so. Tabs in on the other side like that, and then you want to bring these pieces back the way way they were before. Slide those in, tab that together, and you know, you can kind of make the top of it look kind of how you want. Get those wings out of the way. Bring that back down. And this is combine mode. Oh, you're gonna need that to go up because that's we'll show that in a minute. So let's kind of go. All right, let's go over the kind of the articulation of the arm mode. So one of the things it's you'll have to do is you'll have to rotate it like that, and that's how you'll get your joint. And then there's a rotation. Wait a minute. That's the ab crunch too. But that's how you kind of get the double jointed rotation or double jointed elbow. Not really. Is that? So yeah. So one of the other things is the Vortex came with this chest piece with Bruticus's head. And it's all fully painted. And then it's what you can do is you can take the chest piece that came with Onslaught. There's a three tabs or three, and then 2 tabs right here. And you can just peg that in. Possibly. Peg that in like that. And now we have the front chest of Bruticus, and then you kind of get a good look at his head sculpt. And we can test the articulation, so it just slides in right here. And that's how it's going to look. And then you got rotation. Really hard ratchets. Oh yeah. I'm looking forward to completing this set. One more to go. I have a feeling Blast Off's gonna come with the hands and then the lower torso and thighs. Yeah, so that's Vortex and combine mode. You know, one thing I forgot to show off while he was in robot mode, but just like all Masterpiece, the weapons are the typical tab and hole. Although it is not wanting to go into this hand. It's almost like the thumb's in the way. Huh. Oh, there we go. But yeah. So there's his weapon. Alright, so let's do a little bit of size comparison. Here he is next to an official Masterpiece. The Masterpiece, oh wow, hoist. And then this is what he looks like next to a Fans Toys Sound Blaster, the black version or whatever, the reformatted version of Soundwave. All right, let's get these guys out of here and let's start bringing his teammates. So here's Swindle. and Brawl. And last but not least, the leader of the Combaticons, Onslaught. So, yeah. Cannot wait to get Blast Off. These guys look great in bot mode. The worst part is, my plan is to do this for combined mode. I'm not going to get another set for bot mode. But we'll see. Alright, time for my final thoughts for the Magic Square MS-06 Tornado, aka Masterpiece Vortex. I am ecstatic with this guy. I mean, we're on our fourth member. Magic Square's killing it. No real major complaints. Everything felt good. Transformation wasn't too terribly hateful. I can't wait to finish this team. I can't wait to see what Blast Off looks like. And just the last remaining pieces of the combined mode with him. I mean, as you can see here, I mean, he has decent articulation, can pose nice. I think one of the things that I kind of missed when doing the articulation, I just thought the toes move. And if you can kind of see as it's rotating around, the toes do pivot, but there is a piece that the toes are attached to that actually pivot as well. And it's just when I was doing the posing, I didn't catch that. I think they might have been gummed up a little bit. That is one thing, another positive about it. This thing is almost 100% painted, and sometimes that paint can affect the movement of some of the pieces. But I mean, G1 tune accurate. I mean, that's my thing when it comes to Masterpiece, and I'm happy with this guy. The one complaint I can think of is just how his rotor on the back can't lock into position and it can move freely. But other than that, I mean, solid figure. I mean, if you want to build a Bruticus, this is Magic Square is the way to go. They are killing it, and I'm looking forward to any future release for Magic Square, especially in the Masterpiece side of things. But so that's all I got for tonight. I'd like to thank everybody for watching. If you could like this video, if you're not a subscriber, subscribe to my channel. Please throw out a comment, share this video, and then also check me out on other social medias. I'm on TikTok, X, Instagram. I have my own Facebook page, posting news daily. They're all at Talib1980_collects. It'll be in the description. Also, I am part of the Figure Fight Club, and I have my own show on Monday nights, all Transformers based, called Decepticast. We start at 10:15 Eastern every Monday. This week we're doing an episode on Cyber World and recent Transformers media, so check that out. But that's all I got. Have a good one. Take care. I'll see you on the next one. Peace.